Hey guys, today I'll be helping you answer some of the ZETA Chain Assimilated one-on-one quiz in the Galxe quest. Okay, for those of you that are doing the ZETA Chain testnet and airdrop tags and you're stuck at this point to answer the quiz, I'll help you with the answers and a little bit explanation on why I'm choosing those answers. So you're not just answering them just to copy an answer, but at least you understand why you're choosing the particular answer that you're choosing. So the first question here says, Zeta Chain is the first public L1 blockchain, layer 1 blockchain, and omni-chain smart contract platform. Zeta Chain enables full interoperability with the first option is layer 1 blockchains, Ethereum, BSC, Cosmos, and the likes. Layer 2 blockchains, non-smart blockchains like Bitcoin, and all of the above. So the correct answer in this case is all of the above because Zeta Chain enables full interoperability with all blockchains, whether they are layer 1 blockchains, layer 2 blockchains, or non-smart blockchains like Bitcoin. So this means that developers can build dApps that can span all chains and interact with any asset and any data on any chain. And Zeta Chain achieves this with its unique design, which combines their Cosmos based L1 blockchain with their novel messaging protocol. So these are Cosmos based L1 blockchain provide the security, scalability, and decentralization of a traditional blockchain, while their messaging protocol allows them to communicate with any other blockchain. So this makes Zeta Chain a powerful platform for building dApps. This can take advantage of the best features of different blockchains. For example, a dApp could be built on Zeta Chain that allows users to trade assets across Ethereum, BSC, and Bitcoin, or a dApp could be built that uses the security of Bitcoin to store user data. So if you're interested in learning more about Zeta Chain, you can visit their website on www.zetachain.com. So the next question is, Zeta Chain is the only public blockchain that supports OD apps. What's an OD app? Okay, an OD app is an omni-chain decentralized app. So that is the correct answer. And an OD app is a decentralized app that can run on multiple blockchains. That's what an omni-chain decentralized app means. This means that OD apps are not limited to a single blockchain, but they can be used to access assets and data on any blockchain. But right now, Zeta Chain is the only public blockchain that supports these OD apps. This is because their chain is designed to be interoperable with all blockchains. This means you can build OD apps on Zeta Chain, and these OD apps can seamlessly communicate with other OD apps on other blockchain by allowing devs to build the apps that can span across multiple chains. These OD apps make it possible to build truly decentralized apps that can scale to meet the needs of users around the world. So these are some examples of how OD apps can function. For example, you can have a dApp that allows users to trade assets across multiple blockchains. You can also have a dApp that allows users to participate in cross-chain governance. For example, in DAOs, decentralized autonomous organization. You can also have dApp that uses the security of Bitcoin to store user data. Like I said earlier, OD apps are still in their early stages of development, but they have the potential to change the way we use blockchain technology, because by providing a way to build dApps that can span multiple blockchains, then OD apps will make it possible to build truly decentralized apps that can scale to meet the needs of users around the world. So let's go to the next question. Zeta Chain introduces the first omni-chain smart contracts which can, and the correct answer is access and manage assets, data, and liquidity on any chain. Okay, omni-chain smart contracts are a new type of smart contract that can access and manage assets, data, and liquidity on any chain. This means that you can build apps across different chains, like I said earlier, and interact with assets and data on any chain. Okay, these omni-chain smart contracts use Zeta Chain's unique design, which combines their Cosmos L1 blockchain with their messaging protocol, like I explained earlier. So they are still in the early stages of development, but they are going to revolutionize the way we use dApps. So let's see why the other options are not correct. The option A, B, and D are not correct because these are not the capabilities of omni-chain smart contracts. Option A is not correct because omni-chain smart contracts can move both native fungible assets and native NFTs cross-chain. Okay, so option B isn't correct because omni-chain smart contracts can move more than just NFTs across chains. Okay, option D isn't correct also because omni-chain smart contracts can execute programs on blockchains that have certain standards, but they do not have to have to certain standards. Okay, so that's it. So whatever standards they have, they will execute programs on the chain. So those omni-chain smart contracts are across chain, any kind of chain. So let's move to the next question. Some benefits of omni-chain smart contracts include, okay, some of the benefits are less fees. These omni-chain smart contracts can reduce fees and slippage by eliminating the need to bridge assets between chains. Normally for you to move your assets between a chain, you have to bridge them, okay, by using bridges, and most of these bridges have high gas fees depending on the chain, especially if they're on Ethereum. If you're bridging from Ethereum to another chain, most of them have high gas fees. So omni-chain smart contract can help you to reduce how much you spend, okay, when you're working across chains. And there's also the improved security because they reduce the attack surface because they only need to be deployed once on the ZETA chain blockchain. This means they are less vulnerable to attacks than the traditional smart contracts, which need to be deployed on each chain that they interact with. Okay, they also help to make simple or simpler app user interfaces, UI as the case may be. So they can simplify the app UI by allowing users to interact with assets and data on any chain from a single wallet. So this makes it easier for users to use dApps that span across multiple chains. Let's go to the next question. Omnichain dApps can manage and connect data and value across all blockchains, including non-smart contract platforms. An example of a non-smart chain is, okay, the correct answer is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a non-smart contract platform. Okay, a smart chain is just a chain that supports smart contracts, and we all know that Bitcoin doesn't support the execution of smart contracts. And smart contracts are programs that run on the blockchain, and you can use them to automate tasks or create new applications. Ethereum, Polygon, and Avalanche are all smart contract platforms because they support the execution of smart contracts. Okay, the next one, how do cross-chain swaps on ZETA chain work? First option is two-way pegging mechanism where assets are locked and the user receives a wrapped version. And the second option is one-way peg where the only native value that goes on cross-chain is via the ZETA token. Okay, and the correct answer is the second option because omnichain dApps can be used to connect data and value across all of these blockchains. Okay, so ZETA chain uses a one-way peg mechanism for cross-chain swap. This means that the only native value that goes across the chain is the ZETA token. Do you get? So when a user wants to swap an asset from one chain to another, what they'll do first is to convert the asset to ZETA. Then they can send the ZETA token to the other destination chain and swap it back for the desired assets. So this one-way peg mechanism has a number of advantages over two-way pegging mechanism. The first one is that it's more efficient since it doesn't require the creation of wrapped assets. The second one is that it is more secure as it reduces the risk of hacks and fraud. The third one, it is more user friendly since it's easier for you and I to understand and use. So if you want to do a cross-chain swap on ZETA chain, this is how it's going to look like. The first step is that the user, you send the asset to the ZETA chain bridge contract by interacting with the dApp. The bridge contract converts whatever asset to ZETA tokens. For example, you want to move your ETH, okay, across different blockchains. So it converts your ETH to ZETA tokens. Then the bridge contract will send the ZETA tokens to the destination chain. Then the user will swap the ZETA tokens for the desired asset on the destination chain. So that's how it works. So this ZETA chain one-way mechanism is a unique approach, and it may change the way we swap assets across blockchains. So as ZETA chain continues to develop, it's likely that this cross-chain swap mechanism will become the standard for cross-chain interoperability. But let's see how it goes. And the next question is the last question. Examples of omnichain dApps include, I think we've talked about this in the first one. We have cross-chain lending and borrowing in a single step, NFTs and identity, DAOs and governance tools. So the correct option is all of the above and more. So cross-chain lending and borrowing allows you to borrow assets from one chain and lend them on another chain without having to bridge those assets between chains. Okay, and that's the idea of omnichain, enable you to interact freely across multiple blockchains without bridging. So the omnichain dApps can also allow you to engage and manage NFTs on any chain and use those NFTs to verify your identity across chains. It can also allow you to participate in DAO, decentralized autonomous organizations, and governance systems of any chain. So these are just few examples of the many potential applications of omni-chain dApps. The possibilities are endless, to be honest. Omni-chain dApps have the potential to change the way we interact with blockchains and build decentralized applications. And I hope it turns out applicable. We can adopt this sooner than we think, okay, so that we don't have to doing too many bridging, so many wrappings, and people losing their funds across bridges and all that. So I hope I've been able to explain the answers to this question in a way that you understand. If you still have any areas that you're confused, do well to leave a comment and I'll be happy to explain. For more updates or for more explanations, you can join my Telegram channel. The link is in the description. So cheers guys.